Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day. I'm Jeffrey Weil, the rabbi of Ezra HaBanim, the Niles Township Jewish Congregation, which is right over there. I can see it. And Joel Farber was a longtime loyal member and leader of this congregation. I have just a few observations I'd like to make about this scene right now, about what we are experiencing at this very moment. Number one, just the day. It is not 75 and sunny, which was Joey Farber's perfect day, but that was his perfect personality, 75 and sunny. And this at almost 75 and sunny works as well, because this is a Joey Farber kind of day. It is perfect. And it is October 23rd, so it could have been a very different kind of day. So thank you, Joel, for this day. It is reflecting you. I'd like to comment on this tree for Sherry. This tree represents her spirit. It stands up straight, strong, beautiful, giving, and that is who she really was. And just as we are here to really honor and dedicate a bench, we note that this tree represents the beautiful, smiling spirit of Sherry Farber Tritt as well. May her memory be for blessing. I'd like to comment on, well, I'll go with the bench now. When I think of Joel H. Farber, I don't think of him sitting down, actually. I will tell you, I mentioned this, I believe, at the funeral, I think so. When I first met Joel, he was sitting down, and this was in the executive director's office. This is, at this point, almost 11 years ago, and I was saying hi to people. I had not formally begun my time there yet, although I had been hired, and Joel was just kind of sitting in the chair opposite the desk, and I was standing up, and he wasn't saying anything, and I thought, that's kind of a shy fellow. So much for first impressions. When I think of Joel, I think of him standing, clapping his hands together in some sort of enthusiasm, making a joke that some people laugh at and some might not. But that was Joel, sometimes talking to me and sort of talking very close to my face, as he did sometimes, looking down at me like this. I think of his smile and his booming voice. And this bench sits here silently, and it's sort of a place for a quiet moment. And although Joel was a great talker, again, I don't picture him as one who is sitting and having quiet moments, although I'm sure that he did. Once in a while, perhaps. But Beth has told me that this bench has become a favorite for children here. That they come to this bench that has been on it, Commissioner Joel H. Farber, always a 5-shell day, forever 75 and sunny. And the kids love this bench. And that would mean the world to Joel, of course. To have a bunch of little kids on this bench facing him standing here perhaps with a microphone, that would be a perfect 5-shell day, forever 75 and sunny. And I want to talk about, or note, all of you who are here. This is a very nice showing of people who are here to honor Joel Farber. And that is not a surprise at all, as we all know. I'd like to make special mention of Rabbi Neil Brief, who is here, who's led the congregation for so many years and to whom Joel felt so close. But all of you, really, friends for a long, long time, and Joey was the kind of person who would bring people together, and he's done it again today, bringing all of us together. And finally, I'm thinking of Harriet. She will at some point have her right there. God willing, something for Harriet as well, who herself was an experience of a person, a lovely person, very, very warm, who is missed as well, for sure, and whom Joel missed. and whom Beth missed. And finally, Beth. Beth, like your dad, was a wonderful, integral member of our community. I'm so glad that you are as well. Many of you don't know that Beth is a regular at our evening minions. She is an occasional leader of that minion as well. She is just part of our Ezra HaBanim, the Niles Township Jewish Congregation family. And that means the world to us, Beth. It really does. And the fact that you're doing it because you, I assume, love it, like so many of us do, and also to honor your mom and your dad and your sister and your family, really. And we're noting that this is a sad time for you to be here on this bench next to this tree, but yet surrounded by people who love you and who are here for you, including, of course, Steve Laser, the photographer. Michelle. Very pleased to call forward Michelle to share a few words for us. And thank you so much on behalf of all of us. It's so nice to be together with you today to honor Joel and to dedicate this bench. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Tuft. I'm the Executive Director of the Skokie Park District. So on behalf of the Park District and the board and staff, I want to welcome all of Joel's friends and family, including his daughter, Beth, who helped arrange this memorial, and thank them for choosing to commemorate Joel with the Park District Memorial Bench here at Devonshire, which is a place that was very special to Joel. Joel was a big supporter of the Park District. He served as a Park District Commissioner, as most of you know, and was well known by the staff and community. Besides serving as a commissioner, he also served on the Festival of Cultures Committee representing Israel and emceeing many of the performances. Joel also displayed his colorful announcing skills at the Summer Concert Series, which was here, and for a number of years was the MC at the 4th of July fireworks over at Niles West. Joel was known to all of us as a very nice man who had an enormous amount of positive energy. He was known for always telling jokes, and as the rabbi said, some better than others, and for his outgoing personality. In fact, this is my favorite thing. Joel was so outgoing that he always emailed and posted on Facebook, all caps, which just, was Joel. Joel often stopped by the administrative offices at the Park District and here at Devonshire. He made his rounds down the hall, saying hi to everyone and always dropping off magazines. And I'm not sure where those magazines, but he always brought them, always. And he really, really did love the Park District. So in closing, the Park District staff are happy to have this permanent reminder of Joel here, right outside of the Devonshire front doors and next to his daughter Sherry's memorial tree. I hope that his friends and family walk by this location and think of Joel and his daughter and remember them with a smile. I think he would like that.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky is here. Thank you. Did you want to say a few words, or I don't mean to put you on the spot, but okay. For all those who don't know, this is our Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, a very good friend of the family, friend of Dystonia Foundation. I'm so grateful you're here.
Well, thank you, Beth. Thanks for everyone. I just got off an airplane, but I said I have to come here to celebrate Joel. He and the family were very close to me, but Joel was, as you all know, someone so special. I remember being at this pool, and Joel insisted that and he taught me how to do the Macarena. Do you remember that? And be at this wonderful place. Joel was such an energetic person. Oh my gosh. And always happy. He would love this day. The perfect weather for all of us to be here, to be here in the sight of this wonderful tree. And I know, Beth, both of your parents and your sister are gone. We love you so much, and I am just so happy to be here to see this bench, to honor the ever energetic, the ever happy, the ever uplifting Joel Farber. Thank you so much for just a few words. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, you guys, I promise I'm not going to keep us long. I just have a few thank yous. Thanks, Dad. What a day. So we all know Joey loves Skokie. He loved parks. He loved the Park District, but he loved Devonshire Park because when we moved almost 50 years ago, right across the street, this is where he fell in love with Skokie. And here is where he decided to run for commissioner, park commissioner. And Mom always said when people called, Joey wasn't home, he's either in the Skokie Triangle, the house, the park, or the shul. I mean, it was the Skokie Triangle. 12 years ago, when Sherry passed, the Skokie Park District called Dad and said, we'd like to plant a tree in her memory. What would you like the plaque to read? And Dad, Mom, and I were like, we couldn't think of anything. And we were sitting in synagogue on Rosh Hashanah 12 years ago, and all of a sudden he just looks at us and goes, she walked the path of happiness. And we're like, it's perfect. And then after Dad passed, Robin emailed me, said the Park District would like to do something for Dad, a tree. And I'm like, well, what about a bench so we can sit and observe Sherry's tree? And she said, that's great. And thank you to Robin and the Park District staff, who my dad loved. You guys helped contribute and donate this bench. It's beautiful. And I was here yesterday dropping some stuff off, and the lady at the desk, I said, we're dedicating this bench. She goes, oh, I'm the preschool teacher. These kids love this bench. And I'm like, that's all he ever wanted, just to make kids happy and everyone happy. So I just can't thank all of you enough. So this past summer, the synagogue, they asked if I would write something in the Yisker book. For those of you who don't know what Yisker is, it's a memorial to people who have passed through the years. And I'm like, what can I write? I mean, Steve Laser wrote a beautiful obituary and gave a great eulogy. The rabbi gave a great eulogy. Mayor Van Dusen gave a great eulogy. I'm like, what more can I say about my dad? So I asked my dear friend Mish, who my dad loved, I asked him to write a poem because he's great at poems, and he did this literally in 5 minutes, but it's just so perfect. And it's Joel H. Farber, A Man for All Seasons. To sum up the life of Joey Farber in less than a novel is giving me a hard time. So I thought, what better way to honor my dad than a fun rhyme? Joey loved his family, friends, and especially his shul. Sherry and my friends would always say how lucky we would have a dad so cool. He will always be remembered as the commish of Skokie, his hometown. In his presence, it was impossible to ever frown. To his last day, he was a huge supporter of all Chicago sports teams. I couldn't believe by the end of COVID how well Joey did in all his live streams. Kinda. He loved Chicago, but also Marco Island down south. Everyone fell in love with Joey as soon as he opened his mouth. Finding a cure for dystonia was a lifelong goal for Mom and Dad. To see so many people suffer from his dreaded disease made them both so sad. He lived every day like it was 75 and sunny. When Joey had the mic, nobody in the world was as funny. He meant the world to Sherry and me, and of course Harriet, his wife. I loved every moment I was with him during my 55 years of life. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out today. And I'm going to invite you all inside. We have a little reception, and just enjoy life like Joey would want you. So thank you so much.